Gonna get up and get our full-blown acceleration here. Woo! Hey everyone, it's Ben Hardy here, and in today's video, we'll be reviewing the all-new Ram 3500 with the high-output ISIN. And before we get in this video, though, a huge shout-out and thank you to the Larry Miller Dodge Ram here in Provo, Utah, for giving me some time with this truck. I'm going to include a link to their inventory in the description down below so you can check out what they have currently. If you have any questions or need any help, just ask for Josh. And then on a side note, if you want to save time and money the next time you purchase a car, link to my car buying guide in the description down below. Let's get into it. So under the hood, we have the 6.7 liter turbo diesel inline six known as the Cummins that goes through the 6-speed automatic known as the ISIN. Power outputs are 420 horsepower and then 1,075 pound-feet of torque. Now, before we go to the front end, I do want to mention, if you want to see more videos just like this, then I recommend you subscribe because I post content every single day. So starting with the hood, you guys can see that it's higher in the center and then it kind of falls off on either side, and we have our 3500 heavy duty badge here on the side as well. Now, this being a Tradesman has halogen lights here at the front end, and then you guys can see lots of chrome accenting on the front end, as well as the darker black front grille, and then you guys can see blacked out tow hooks here at the bottom. And putting it all together, you know, for a work truck, it looks pretty cool. So coming around the side here, our tire wheel setup is 275/70/18 in the front and over in the rear as well. And then you guys can see for the coloration on the wheels, chrome, just what you have on this kind of truck. And just look at that beefed up shock in the front suspension, pretty crazy. We of course have our Cummins badge here on the side, and then this has the new style of trailer tow mirrors. And then you guys can see the door handles kind of match the mirror in coloration. Now, since this is a 3500, we have leaf springs here in the rear. And then if you guys are wondering, solid front and rear axles. And then taking a look at the side view here of the truck, you guys can see it looks pretty sweet. Now here's our key fob. We have our unlock function, our lock function, and then you guys can see the Ram logo there on the back. Now popping into the rear, first off, not dampened with the tailgate, we have a payload capacity of 3,890 pounds. And then you guys can see here, we've got our power outlet in the bed, and this one has the 5th wheel prep, so it's all ready to go. And then you guys can see we've got the LED cargo light there at the top as well. And lifting up the tailgate, super light. Now you guys can see the chrome Ram badge here on the back, and then we've got our 4x4 badge down below, and then we've got the more baseline taillights here, and then notice chrome with the bumper. We do have parking sensors here on the rear, and then you guys can see the receiver hitch there in the center. Now with the ISIN and everything, that puts this truck in the like 20-ish thousand pound range with the towing capacity. Ram has a chart set up where you can see the exact towing capacity with a truck based on the obviously series of truck that it is, but also the exact package it has. This is a crew cab with the Tradesman package. Now, being a Tradesman, the interior's definitely a little bit more baseline, but there's plenty of storage here on the door panel. However, what's not baseline are these seats. This basically has the same exact seats as what you have in the Bighorn, which are really nice cloth seats. They're actually very comfortable. And then we have some under seat storage, as you can see. And then we also have some no ice buckets, actually. I was gonna say we have the ice buckets, but we don't have ice buckets. That's weird. Legroom here in the back is pretty solid. We've got some vents here in the back as well. And then headroom's also good. Now taking a look at the front door panel, it's, yeah, just as base. You guys can see here we've got all of our window controls, front two are automatic. The mirrors do power fold in, and then we actually do have all of the other adjustments with the mirrors. So we've got the light function here, that's to adjust the convex mirror. And then this is the cool new feature, so this extends the mirror out, which is obviously a big help while towing with the truck. Now taking a look at the front seats, you guys can see cloth here, and then look at like the pattern there in the center portion. And we do have our manual adjustments here on the side. Now taking a look at the steering wheel, the thing that I find hilarious is that they have this like perforated look on the side to make the steering wheel look more like, I guess, classy or something. Anyways, we've got cruise control, gear limiter, we've got controls for the center stack, voice command, phone controls as well, and then a normal, you know, turn signal stock, and then this has a good old-fashioned column shifter. Now taking a look at the rest of the gauge clutch, you guys can see analog gauges on either side, and then we can scroll through all these different menus, see different bits of info on systems within the truck and all of that. Pretty normal setup. In reverse, we do have a backup camera with trajectory lines that turn with the steering wheel, and then this one also happens to have the cargo camera function as well, which is great if you're going to do fifth wheel towing. As for the rest of the infotainment screen, first off, response time with the screen itself, pretty solid. Nice click sound. with that as well. But yeah, even though it's not Ram's biggest infotainment screen, it still functions pretty similarly. Now down below, we've got analog controls here for the radio, stability control, and then single zone climate. We got parking sensors here in the rear, tow haul mode, your diesel exhaust brake, and then we also have our trailer brake controls, and then storage right there. Bunch of USB ports, and then you can see more storage down below. And guess what? It's got one of these on the floor shifter for 4-wheel drive. So we're in 2-wheel drive right now. You can go into 4-wheel high, and then obviously 4-wheel low as well. Now here's the center console. You can see decent storage space inside, and then it turns into a bench seat as well, which is also pretty sweet. And then we also have some more storage here just above the glove box, and then inside of the glove box as well. This truck comes with a manual mirror dimmer and power sliding rear window. I think someone was having a rough day when they put this window sticker on because it's completely upside down. Anyways, base MSRP is $53,250. Total MSRP after all options on this is $73,985. And let's see how it drives. Let's talk about visibility before we head off, or set off. I don't know what I'm talking about. There's over the hood. There's through both the mirrors and the rest of the rear. Let's just pretend like that didn't happen, and let's just drive this big old diesel truck. I shouldn't say old, this is a new diesel truck. 3500 with the new style trailer mirrors. Let me know what you guys think about the trailer mirrors. I feel like they've been pretty controversial because, you know, basically it makes it look like you've got the mirrors flipped up all the time because you have the old style there where you could flip them up. Whereas now it always looks like you're driving with flipped up mirrors. So yeah, definitely a big change, that is for sure. But actually driving, good torque on the low end. Obviously we're in the parking lot. We'll get some proper driving on the road, don't you worry. Definitely has truck brakes. Gotta push into the pedal a little bit more. Also, let me know if you guys want me to review that cab and chassis. It's a 3500 with a 6.4 Hemi, 60-inch cab to axle. So I know it's a weird truck, but you know, maybe some of you want to see a video on that. That type of truck is usually used for like a dump truck, right? Something that needs a high payload, doesn't need to tow though, so that's why you have the Hemi instead of the Cummins. Anyways, ooh, forgot. Yeah, it's the leaf springs and everything. This is quite a bit rougher than the 2500. Quite a bit rougher. Yeah, pushing into the brake pedal though, it does a pretty good job with stopping overall. Wait for this Chevy to figure out their life. They're like in the middle of the lane. Which lane are you driving on? Figure your life out. Okay. Good torque. I mean, this thing moves. Again, 1,075 pound-feet of torque. Obviously, the big benefits of this powertrain come from when you're towing a trailer, because then it really, it's kind of like set up for that with the gearing and everything. Also, lifted Nissan Frontier. That looks pretty sweet, actually. But it's probably pretty slow though. V6, right? Naturally aspirated V6. Seat comfort's really good. That's the thing I love about these cloth seats. I've talked about this, time and time again, that these cloth seats are just really comfortable. So we're gonna get up and get our full-blown acceleration here. Woo! So much torque. You can tell that like this thing's all about like pulling something. When it doesn't have a trailer behind it, the acceleration feels weird. So like I've said this in the past too, if you're gonna be like driving the truck 99% of the time, then like the 68 RFE with the regular output Cummins it drives better on road, like without a trailer, if that makes sense. But this is still good. It's still plenty of power. It just doesn't feel as good as the 68 RFE truck. But anyways, summing things up, I mean, it's a work truck, but the craziest thing is the price of these work trucks now. I mean, this is the type of truck that, I see someone getting to just, again, beat up, and, $70-something thousand is a lot of money to spend on something to just, yeah, I don't know. But either way, I'm super excited for this like new packaging, and I'm excited to see this, but like in dually form. That's what I really want to review for the 23 model year with the new trailer mirrors and everything. But let me know what you guys think about this new Tradesman.